Well, posted a video on this Freeman, and basically what I see is we are in a box. And my concept is get rid of this box, but Freeman wants you locked inside that box. They want you to, by you saying the box exists, creates the box that keeps you locked into. So that's where my concept comes from, is this Freeman idea wants to keep this box alive. It doesn't provide solutions. It's not something that would actually bring, all of the abusers in my family together and work out a problem. No, somebody would be pissed off, and it would more than likely be my brother, because yeah, this guy is probably better at the law than my brother is. But it's just like the O.J. Simpson trial. And so that is where I stand, is I think if we're actually going to make any changes, we got to get rid of this box, because that box doesn't know how to tell justice. You can say, oh, I don't have a name and I don't have to be responsible or accountable. There's no psychological help there to even understand why you're doing harm to humanity. It's all about somebody that knows how to manipulate a system better will get it. Now, Katie has been posting, since I made that. Naturally, she's full of hate and anger and revenge. Those are her words, not mine. I simply said, Katie, you're fired. I've asked you to, for your help. You asked me to do some things. I followed through on it. No reply. I'm asking you what's the time frame, because I'm really, really stressed visualizing what my mother's going through. If I had a time frame, I would be calmer and do it, but no reply. There was never any reply. But I mean, what she's doing is saying, I didn't go on Skype. It's like, I'm not going on Skype. You know I don't use Skype. You want me to use Skype? Use an email and say, get on Skype. But I don't sit on Skype because it sucks up all of the energy. Plus, you invited me to all of these groups that, sorry, we're not of the same mind. So being hypersensitive, it's very, very stressful. So I'm hearing all of these beep, 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 beeps from all of those conversations while I'm so stressed. It's like I shut the whole program off, which I told you, Kate, that I'm not on Skype. And I'm emailing you directly. So if I'm emailing you, then wouldn't it seem more logical that if you had something to say to me, reply to the emails that I'm sending you? Don't go and talk to me on Skype when you know I'm not even online. So apparently Katie is posting on my channel saying if you want to learn the truth, she'll show you all of the emails. So I made a comment that if you're going to put any of these lies, you're not going to lie on my channel. And think for 1 second I'm going to keep the lies there. But I will make a video, for your position, Kate, that if anybody wants to go and see the other perspective, I could be wrong, go and check out the perspective on her channel, not mine. You want to hear my perspective? This is my channel, my perspective, and Katie clearly doesn't want to communicate. I've tried communicating, but she's too rageful and angry right now to actually hear any words that are being said. And I, being hypersensitive, will mirror your behavior. So if you don't listen to me, I don't tend to listen to you. So there's probably a good thing, she's probably saying a lot, but I'm not reading the emails. Because as soon as you accuse me of being hateful, as soon as I see that you're looking through hateful eyes, I stop reading, because I know everything you're going to say is filled with hate. Then you say I'm revengeful. It's not about revenge. It's not about pointing a finger and saying, hey, there's something wrong, and call that revenge. This is not about revenge. It's about pointing out things, systems that are wrong, flaws within the systems. Now, that's what my channel is about, is, hey, I see something a little wrong here. I'm going to talk about it on my channel. And guess what? Every single person that sort of is in disagreement with me They go and make post boards and everything. I think the last time I checked, if you Google my name, there's over like 64,000 negative shit about me. Naturally, if you're pointing the finger at the bad guys, they're not going to like you too much. And they're going to discredit you. And I've been accused of a lot of things on those post boards. And it's like, I really don't care. You know, you can lie about me. And you can accuse me of things I'm not guilty of. Guess what? That's been my life experience. My father accused me of doing a lot of shit all the time that I was never guilty of. My father accused my mother constantly of doing things that she was not guilty of. So when I'm now finding my voice, because nobody really wants to hear it in person when they're doing so much harm, I'm doing it publicly because I think globally we should start discussing it, opening up the conversation. So this is not about hate. I do not wish Kate any harm. I love Kate, but I think your actions are wrong. And I was wrong because I've let you know that all along. I've always told you that I'm in total disagreement with this free man concept, because as soon as it works for you, it works for your enemy. It works for the criminals now. So you haven't gotten rid of the game. You just made the game, you got to be smarter at it if you want to stay in the same game. So this has nothing to do with revenge. It has nothing to do, and I suspect that, you know, it is law of attraction. We really got to understand the law of attraction. If I, in my soul, knows that it was wrong, then technically I kind of created her not to respond to emails. There's something within inside me that created the attraction for her not to help me, because clearly I didn't really want help from her in that way when I know that way was wrong in the first place. So that's kind of like how the law of attraction works, how the universal law works, is you're going to get what's inside you, what you attract. And I attract no help from a flawed system, because if I did get help from a flawed system, I'd be telling everybody, hey, it worked for me, it'll work for you. And I don't want it to work for my enemy. I want to get rid of the box. That's more of my sole purpose, is getting rid of this friggin' box. But in order to save my life, I was planning on using that box. So there's an example of good intentions are not that good. You know, I had good intentions to help my mom. But to jump into everything that's wrong to do so, the universal laws made sure that I wouldn't fall into that trap. So it's like every time you see something that's really negative in your life, chances are that negative experience is protecting you for some reason. So that's where I stand. It's just my position. It's just my point of view. I don't wish Katie any harm or her family any harm. She's the one that put it out there. And the universal law is in play. It's not something we have to wait for. It's a matter to understand, why are you attracting the things you are attracting? I know I didn't attract the help from Katie because in my heart and soul, even Katie knows that I've been against it. But I was willing to sell my soul to help my mother, and that was wrong of me. So I take full responsibility for not actually getting the help. But I think the universal law wanted me to talk about the experience. Throughout my whole abuse that I experienced, the biggest thing that I woke up to is realize how you are attracting your own abuse. And I know that if I speak truth, those that lie don't like it, and they're abusive. So I know this is a hard video and hard topic, because it's like, now I got all the best lawyers on the planet against me. They can do me a ton of harm. They can actually kill me and get away with it. So, you know, I put it out there. I know if you're going to tell truth, chances are you're going to look like Jesus and they'll nail you to a cross. I'm at one with that. I got nothing to lose. I'm no longer going to keep my voice quiet. I'm going to voice my opinion. Now, if you want to put me on a cross and go start a whole pile of hate, even try to kill me, you know what? This experience ain't worth living. You know, if I die a martyr to the cause. Then I'll talk about why I died and what my message was. It's sort of like you only get value after you lose something. So it's like I'm perfectly at one if anybody wants to even kill me. You know, because then the message just gets louder. I'd rather be alive because that's the message is, why would you want to kill me? Kind of a little wrong. You know, I am not out to say anything negative about the person Katie. I really truly believe with all my heart she's a really, really loving being. But I'm a loving being too. And I was going to use this friggin' system to help save my mother. I was willing to sell my soul, do the wrong thing that I knew was wrong. And in good tensions, I was willing to do the wrong thing. I'm just as guilty as what I'm saying all of us are doing. I can't point a finger at Katie and said she did something wrong when I'm just as guilty. I was willing to play the game. So there is no revenge. There is no anger. There is no hate. There's only an explanation of, let's take a look, and does this make any sense to you? Is this working for you? Is this where you really, really want to go? You know, to just make, you know, the justice system so complex that, well, actually you're simpling it right down to, you can kill somebody as long as you don't even agree that that is your name. You know, there's nothing. This guy can make a judge leave a courtroom so that whatever crimes you committed, he can make a judge leave the courtroom. And that means that the criminal got away. So, like, does that not make any sense to anybody? If it works for you, it works for your enemy too. This is not the answer. We need to sit at a table. We need this box to be transformed into a peace table. This box is the war game. We need to transform this war game into a peace game. Right now, in between me and Katie, there is no peace game because I'm trying to have a conversation with her and she just can't hear me. She's so focused in her way that she can't understand my way. And as a result, I'm doing the same thing back by not really listening to what she's got to say. So yeah, there's probably a whole pile of shit in her emails that I didn't even bother reading since I said, you're fired. Which, I mean, it was eating and eating and eating at me, because imagine what it's like for you to know that your mother is not safe. The images of all of the abuse are in my mind 24/7. I wanted to get on this thing. And she's trying to say that she was sitting there waiting for me. It's like, in what planet are you from when you know I want to get on this? All of my emails are, let's get on this. What's the time frame? You know I'm going nuts. Please, please, please contact me. And I'm not getting a response on the emails. So if you were there, then, you know, let's look at the dates of your emails. Let's see how you informed me directly on emails. Like, you can come up with emails on Skype or whatever. It doesn't mean I received it. Let's see the emails directly to my account if you're going to show anybody. Because I didn't receive any, and I'm sending them to you. My requests have been sent to you from my email account. You want to go and use and send something on Skype when I specifically told you I'm not on Skype, then you can show people everything, but it doesn't mean you're telling people the truth. You're just trying to make yourself look good. And I feel sorry for you. Like, you pity me, I pity you. We need to get rid of this box. We need to form some form of a peace table. And personally, right now, we are in disagreement. There is no peace table. I'm open to it, but not when it's just a one-way conversation. You have to understand my perspective, and I've got to understand your perspective. You come at me saying I'm a hateful person, then all I see is you're a person that's looking through hateful eyes, because I have no hate for you. I want a peace table. Peace out. Love to you all, even Katie.